I got a friend of mine. His name is Detroit Lions Forum. And I know no matter what you feel about him, a lot of times people can't, whether you like him or not, you have that right. But he has been defending Jared Goff with stats upon stats and has removed the feelings from the equation. Long time ago, back in 2019, I was part of a group, and that group told me facts over feelings. That you can't have, told me it was no emotion in football. Okay, fine. Let's take the emotion out of football. According to the NFL, Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. In the company with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. What do you see out of that? Multiple top 10 picks. Dak Prescott playing very well this year. Tom Old Man Brady. Geno Smith. Probably a little higher than he's supposed to be. And then there's that bad man, sarcasm, Aaron Rodgers. Jared Goff stats over the past couple of months have been tremendous. Tremendous. Salty comes in with the oh Lord. Why? We talked about this before. We've talked about this before. You have no reasoning at all to disagree with this photo. No reasoning. Jared Goff, from the stats just off the top of the head, near 30 touchdowns with 7 interceptions. 2 of those were pick six. A couple of those were to C.J. Hockenson. Some miscommunication. He has not thrown an interception in over 200 plus pass attempts. Why are we? But I know Jared Goff is not the future. Zero argument with that at all. Jared Goff is not mobile. He's more mobile than Matthew Stafford. Jared Goff is not a dual threat. Who cares? Who cares, right? Now, would you say that Justin Fields is a dual threat, or would you say he was a running quarterback? Would you say that Wilson is a dual threat, or is he a running quarterback? What is Jared Goff going to have to do for us to respect his play? Oh, he turns the ball over. Not really. He has 1 turnover that was a fumbled exchange in the freezing cold in the last 7 games. What is Jared Goff going to have to do to get our respect as Detroit Lions fans? And what I've come to learn is that we just don't like the guy. That's it. Can he win on the road? We gonna find out. His record ain't horrendous on the road. His play is not that great. But let me ask you something. Jared Goff has played, haven't had a turnover, except the fumble, right? So that's the argument. 3 wins this year on the road. Okay. How many wins we got? We got 8. So if he doesn't win those 3 games, we have 5 wins. So that's our argument with Jared Goff, is that he can't win on the road. Now I don't have to go into stats because Forum does that for me. If he wins a playoff game, I'll say that's my quarterback. Okay, Salty, this ain't no offense to you, bro, but y'all listen, I see what this is now. The goalpost is never in the same place when it comes to Jared Goff. I've been on the internet talking about Detroit Lions for about 5 years. 5 years. And I swear that Matthew Stafford's name was never, ever, ever brought up like this. That man literally could do no wrong. So if he is so Salty and others that feel like Salty, that says he has to win a playoff game. Now, I'm not like them guys, Adam Bodine. I'm not like them guys at Woodward Sports and other guys that you might know. They ride the hottest trend. That's what they do. I have been supporting Jared Goff since the day he was traded. I don't understand how Russell Wilson is now a trash quarterback after 9 years of excellence. Now he looks like, doesn't he look a lot like Jared Goff did last year? Okay, Salty says, I'm not happy with stats. The goalpost has been a playoff win, period. Okay, I'll let that, okay. That's fine. That's fine. If that has been your goalpost, then who am I to say it wasn't? So when it comes to others, though, Salty, I know that the goalpost keeps moving. It just keeps getting pushed back all the time. It just keeps getting pushed back all the time. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that Matthew Stafford was literally plucked from the worst situation to the best situation. Because let's not forget that Aaron Donald helped him win that Super Bowl. Let's not forget Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson. He had a team, Cam Akers, torn Achilles. He had a team help him win the Super Bowl. Jared Goff had Kadero Hosh. He had Brashard Perriman, who decided he didn't want to catch nothing and didn't even make the team. Khalif Raymond was our leading receiver. DeAndre Swift and a TJ Hawkinson, who, did he really want to play here? Why is it all of a sudden that Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback? If you, Salty says the goalpost has been a playoff win. Well, I hope they can get that to you. Von Miller, thank you, Ashley. How could I forget about him? If that has been Salty's goalpost, then I respect that. But what can we say? It was that his road wins. That's what we're using. He can't win on the road. Well, you got to play at least 8 on the road. So you're telling me that he's 3 and 4. And that's not about 50%. Who doesn't play better at home? Aaron Rodgers plays phenomenal at home. But he's outside, so, he's also conditioned to play outside. The Detroit Lions are a dome team. And if I'm not mistaken, the LA Rams didn't they play outdoors? But it was LA. So it was LA. It was like playing inside, right? Before they moved to SoFi, did they not play outdoors? D. Reese says, all I'm saying is I'm not 100% sold on Goff, but I'm in line waiting to see if he can do what Stafford couldn't with what he was given playoff wins. Okay, D. Reese. This segment, I wanted to go over 10 minutes, but I got a question for you, D. Reese. I know how you feel. You've been very vocal about it respectfully, right? Vocal about Jared Goff. What does Jared Goff have to do for you to be sold on Jared Goff? And this is not just D. Reese. This is anybody else in the chat. This team was 1-6. We can't even control our own destiny, so we need the Seattle Seahawks. So if the Detroit Lions miss out on a playoff spot, I'm assuming that some of you, I'm not talking about anybody specifically in this chat, some of you will go back to the pick six, the 2 pick sixes that led to touchdowns that wind up being the difference in the game. So Jared Goff needs to win a playoff game for it to happen. I don't understand what it is that y'all don't see. Solo, it's been about 6 or 7. He has 1 turnover in the last 6 or 7 games. And that turnover was a fumbled exchange that unfortunately has to go on him. So he's not turnover free. Okay, Antoine says, win. Okay, win what though? Jared Goff has been part of a team that, okay, let me ask y'all a question, because I'm going to wrap this segment up because it could go on forever. But let me ask you a question. This team right now, right? Did we think that these guys, a bunch of ragtag guys, were going to potentially win 9 games? We had, when Matthew Stafford was here, right? So some of us want to say that Matthew Stafford is a superior quarterback, or let's put him at 28. Matthew Stafford was a superior quarterback. Okay. He had Kenny Galladay balling out of his mind. Let's not forget that Stafford had guys as well. Stafford played with Calvin Johnson, right? So why is it that we're able to put the team on for Matthew Stafford, we put it on the team. For Jared Goff, we put it on him. When arguably we can pick a lot of those years and say that that team was better, physically more gifted than the team that Jared Goff has had for the past 2 years. Nobody thought Deshaun Elliott was going to do anything. James Houston was going to do anything. Alex Anzalone. So for Matthew Stafford, it's okay. He needed a team. He went and got one. For Jared Goff, it's all on him. So for those of you listening on playback, your feelings on, look, this isn't this is coming from NFL Game Day. Jared Goff, a top 10 quarterback. That means they got him at number 8. That means he is top 25%. He's in the top 25% in the league. Now, Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson have been excluded. It's in the fine print on the bottom due to injury. Right? You could probably, now, y'all know me. I am not a fan of Lamar Jackson at all. I am not a fan of him. That's just not my type of QB. So the question that I have for you, and I'm going to tell you what, if Jared Goff beats the Green Bay Packers, him and his team, and we still miss out on the playoffs, when any other year 9-8 would have been good enough, then I want some of you to reconsider your thought on Jared Goff. Right? He might not even make the playoffs because of a head-to-head. I just don't understand, but we'll see. But as the segment wraps up, I truly do not believe that the Detroit Lions are going to take a quarterback anywhere in the top half of the draft. 100%. Jared Goff is here for 2 years. Believe that. Will he restructure? We have yet to see. Will they trade him? I sincerely doubt it, because I promise you this. The Washington Commanders, who are playing tic-tac quarterback over there, the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Indianapolis Colts, that they would trade, I guarantee you that they would take a Jared Goff as quick as y'all ready to let him go. Let me know what you think.